What's up, Betting Edge Wizards? Well, another great week for you in Week 10. And now we move to Week 11. Things are starting to really happen in the NFL. And we got three more excellent plays here on NFL 3 for free. Let's get it going. Panthers, Lions. The play here is on the over. InSpin's game simulator made the total on this game 50.5. There is a ton of value betting on the over at 46.5 or better. Right now, we're listing this on inspin.com as a 2-star free pick. Panthers struggled last week, losing 30-3 to the Titans. It wasn't even funny. Perhaps it had something to do with the bye week adjustment or just lack of preparation. Regardless, they're going to bounce back. They still have the 8th-ranked offense in the NFL and average over 400 yards per contest and 21.1 points. The Titans' strategy shut down Newton, and the loss will definitely be a motivator this week as the Panthers head to Motown. Here's a quote from the Charlotte Observer, a mighty fine newspaper, I might add. "We just got outplayed today. Simple and plain," quarterback Cam Newton said. "This can't happen. This is embarrassing. Losing like this at home? No, sir. No, sir, indeed." Detroit experienced a similar defeat, losing 37-13 to the Chicago Bears. And I know, because I was there. The offense was non-existent and struggled to put points on the board. However, you take a closer look, you may have noticed there were 30-mile-an-hour winds. Mother Nature often is the 12th man, and dome teams have been known to struggle in bad conditions. Matt Stafford, quarterback at his worst game as a pro, was wearing a glove. He's going to shake it off and get ready to come back to Ford Field and play some great football. Let's take a look at the line at wagerweb.com. They've got the total at 47.5. And don't forget, if you open an account with them this week, they will honor your first bet with a free point. You can take the over 46.5. That's a free full point on your first bet. All you got to do is mention Dan the Man or inspin.com. Expect both offenses to explode this week in the comfy confines of Ford Field. Those players are itching to get back out there and find the elusive end zone they missed so much last week. It's going to be an old-fashioned shootout. Bengals, Ravens. The InSpin simulator made the point spread of this game the Ravens -3. There is value betting the Bengals at plus 7.5 or better. This is listed on inspin.com right now as a 3-star premium pick. You got to love that. The Baltimore Ravens, quote them nevermore, will be with inside linebacker and future Hall of Famer Ray Lewis for the first time in a long time. Don't underestimate the value of losing a player of his magnitude. Offensive players often get the attention, but it's guys like Ray who have a bigger impact on the outcome of the game. Lewis is ranked 25th in the NFL with 68 tackles on the season. More important than the stats is the fact that he is the true leader for the Ravens on defense and has been for a long time. He is the guy that motivates, and his absence will make a huge impact. Lewis hasn't missed a game since 2007. He missed the last 2 regular season games that year, and it wasn't pretty for Baltimore. Let's take a look. Sunday, December 23rd, 2007. A 27-6 loss to the Seattle Seahawks. And on Sunday, December 30th, 2007, a 27-21 win over the Steelers. Wait a minute. How did they beat the Steelers without Ray Lewis? I'll tell you how. Pittsburgh had already wrapped up the AFC North, and they sat Ben Roethlisberger and Hines Ward for the entire game. The fact Baltimore only won that game by 6 points is scary. Let's take a look at the line here on wagerweb.com. They have the Ravens listed as -7. Don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, open an account with wagerweb.com right now. Mention Dan the Man or inspin.com. You can get 7.5. That's a free key number, half point on your first bet. So don't forget to mention Dan the Man or inspin.com. Expect the Bengals and their 4th-ranked defense to give the Ravens a solid fight without team leader and motivator Ray Lewis. The Ravens will struggle to keep the Bengals off the board. The 7.5 is like stealing candy from a little innocent baby. Take the Bengals plus 7.5. Bet it and make it. Believe in the dream. Jaguars, Browns. The InSpin simulator made the total of this game 31. There is a lot of value betting on the under 34.5 or better. This is listed on the inspin.com website as a 2-star free pick. Weather conditions are one of the biggest moneymakers in college and pro football. When point spreads and totals are released by the bookmakers, kickoff weather conditions are not always known. What does that mean for you as a bettor? It means there is value if you know how to find it. And that's why we're here for you each and every week on NFL 3 for free. The Jaguars-Browns game is a perfect example on how to make money off of weather conditions. Take a look at the current forecast. 53 degrees, 15-mile-an-hour winds, and a 35% chance of rain. What does rain and wind do in a football game? It makes it Lord of the Rings Schmeagle ugly. Quarterbacks can't grip a wet ball, and receivers will have a problem catching the ball in the wind. Passing routes will not be precise ones once the field gets a little messy and nasty. Cleveland Stadium is a grass surface, which means it gets muddy and sloppy. Teams will be forced to change their game plan and focus more on the run. The more times a team runs the ball, the more time drains for the clock. The more time that runs on the clock equals less time to score. It's simple math. The under has very, very, very tremendous value in this game. However, we don't just bet the under on these conditions alone. Keep in mind, these two offenses are a work in progress. Neither team has the ability to put up big offensive numbers. Here are some offensive stats to look at. Cleveland ranked 31st in the NFL at 294.1 yards a game. The Jaguars ranked 32nd in the NFL at 243.6 yards a game. Cleveland's ranked 29th in the NFL at 14.6 points a game, and Jacksonville ranked 31st in the NFL at 12.8 points a game. It really doesn't get any better than that for an under. These teams struggle to move the ball, and the weather conditions make it even more difficult. Here's a tasty betting trend for the inspin.com database. Got to eat those up. Sign up for Free Insider, by the way, and get all of these betting trends each and every day for absolutely nothing. The under is 6-1 in the Jaguars' last 7 games on grass. That's an 86% winner. Take a look at the line at wagerweb.com. You got the total on this game listed at 34. Don't forget, as I mentioned, open up an account this week. Mention Dan the Man at inspin.com. You get a free half point on the total of 34. You can go to under 34.5. Don't forget to mention Dan the Man or inspin.com. Expect an ugly, sloppy game this week. Both these teams have top 10 defenses in the NFL. Cleveland's is ranked 5th, and Jacksonville's is ranked 2nd in yards per game allowed. Offense will be non-existent. Both teams are going to run the ball, and both defenses keep points off the board. Under 34.5. Bet it and bake it. That's 3 picks for you. 3 winners. Panthers, Lions, over the total. The Bengals, +7. And the under in the Jaguars-Cleveland game. 3 winners, 3 picks. You know I'm always here for you. Bet it and bake it, and believe in the dream. Until next week, for the Betting Edge, I'm Dan the Man. Peace. And don't forget to sign up for Insider now. Get all the 2-star free plays all season long. No charge whatsoever.